With the new Spider-Man Far From Home movie on its way, a lot of people are wondering who is making the best Far From Home costume. So I have two suits here with me today. I have this one printed and assembled by Heroes Time, and this one here printed and assembled by Zentai Zone. Now I'm not gonna so much be reviewing these costume makers, but what I'm gonna be reviewing is the digital patterns that were printed onto these Lycra spandex outfits. So let's take a look. This one here is by Gunhead Design, and this one here is by Arachnid Studios. These guys are both top tier pattern designers. I've had costumes from both of these pattern makers and I've been super satisfied with both. So I'm really curious to see who makes the better Far From Home suit. Okay, let's look at the suit feature by feature and see who has the better pattern. Right now, a lot of pictures and video have already been released of the Far From Home suit, and one of the striking features of this suit is that it's black and red like the classic Ditko suit. Both pattern makers took care to make a really nice red area with that dotted texture that we've seen on all the MCU suits so far. Looking closely at the pattern by Arachnid Studios, I can see it's a little bit more orange than the one by Gunhead Design. Both the red areas are really well done, and I can see that both pattern designers did a meticulous job mapping it all out. Okay, now let's look at the black areas. First, I'm going to take a look at Gunhead Design's black area of the suit. This is just a superb job. So much care has been taken into making a really nice pattern here. When I look at a pattern like this, I realize why I'm not doing this myself. You can see there's a lot of gradient in the right places, but not too much that it looks fake or has a computer animated feel. It has that stark tech look, and just without any puff paint or additions to the suit, this suit looks amazing to the naked eye. I really like it. Now, even though I'm all praise for the black area in the Gunhead Design suit, I have to say one thing about it, which is a bit of a drawback. When I've done some photography and video with it, and I play with the values of the files, I noticed that I get a lot of blue. There's just a very slight blue tint to the suit, and I don't think that's there in the actual Far From Home suit if you look at the source material and the pictures and video that have been released. So that's one thing that seems like a bit of a drawback to the Gunhead Design suit. If you're going to do a lot of pictures and video with it, there will be a slight blue tone to the black areas of the suit. I don't think those tones exist in the actual suit. I understand the urge to make like a very slight blue quality to this suit. I know even when the Infinity War suit came out, a lot of people were saying, is this like a gray black area or a blue area on the suit? And it did turn out to have like a very slight blue quality, but this Far From Home suit seems to be like a very jet black suit. So having said that, I love this suit, and like I said, straight out of the box, without putting any puff paint or dragon skin or whatever on it, this is an awesome suit. Now let's talk about the black areas on the Arachnid Studios suit. Actually, like right out of the box, I was a little bit disappointed. I looked at the pattern and it was just black with straight lines on it. Having said that, when I put the suit on and took some pictures with it, I did change my mind on that. I can understand why the suit was made like this. If you look at the pictures that have been released from the Far From Home suit, and you look at the pictures I've taken of this suit, it looks very similar. One of my criticisms of this suit is it's a bit simple and it doesn't have any gradient, especially on the web shooters. I thought the web shooters and hand area were a little too simple for my liking. Having said that, that can really pay off in pictures if you want to light them a certain way and you don't want fake tone and lighting on the suit to get in the way of your actual photography. And another advantage that this suit has is for people who want to modify it. If you're one of those cosplayers like myself who wants to add puff paint, dragon skin, footwear, and different features to make your suit pop, well, I really think that this suit is the suit for you. The colors are really faithful to the actual movie suit, and the lines are so clear and crisp that if you want to add puff paint and other features, it's going to be a lot easier on this suit, I think personally, than on the Gunhead Design suit. Honestly, the more I look at this suit, the more it grows on me. I'm really starting to love it, and I'm really starting to appreciate why it was designed the way it was. The more I compare it with the actual Far From Home suit, the more I see how it is very, very accurate. The coloring is perfect, the dimensions are excellent, and even the web shooter, which I was initially disappointed with for looking so simple, when I actually compare it to the Far From Home web shooter, it's perfect. There's no gradient on the Far From Home web shooter. It's a white triangle, just like the one on the wrist of this suit. It's really hard to decide between these suits, but I have to say, this suit by Arachnid Studios is definitely very faithful to the look we've seen on the Far From Home suit so far. So basically, my review of both suits is this. Neither one is better than the other. I bought the Arachnid Studios suit to pair with my face shell and lenses. And when you have a face shell and lens, it's not as convenient as a suit that you can just whip on, but it's definitely more screen accurate. And this is the suit that I'm gonna puff paint and modify. And once again, it has the true color scheme, so I'm really happy with that. Now let's get to the gunhead design suit. The gunhead design suit is beautiful. I got it much before this suit by Arachnid Studios, and I was just so happy with it, and I'm still happy with it. So if you want a Far From Home suit right out of the box that you're not gonna make any additions to, and you want it to look great right out of the box with just like lenses glued on, then I think go for this suit. This is the suit I got with lenses glued on. Like I said, I can't say one suit is better than the other. To the naked eye, it looks like the Far From Home suit, and it looks like a cinema replica costume. It just looks really nice in terms of the pattern on the Lycra. I feel I should point out that when I look at the actual pictures of the Far From Home suit that have been released, and when I look at these suits, I can totally see where the pattern makers are coming from. And these are just two different brains interpreting the look of the suit in two different ways. Also, keep in mind that when you look at something through the eyes of a camera, you're not accurately seeing the reality of that. You're seeing it through the eyes of the camera. The lens the camera uses, the lighting conditions, and all kinds of different things can affect the way the reality of that photo actually gets expressed. So, like I said, this is two different people who are very good pattern makers looking at the photos and interpreting the suit in two different ways. Gunhead Design has made a really detailed suit with nice gradient and texture, and Arachnid Studios has made a suit that is really faithful in terms of the color scheme, and it's also really faithful in terms of the dimensions and everything on the suit. So let's just have a look at some of the different features on both suits from the different pattern makers. That's about it for me, guys. Let me know in the comments bar below what suit you like best and why, and let me know what you'd like to see from me in the future. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other nerdy cosplay vids. Cheers!